What it do? It's your boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP, and I'm back at y'all with another video. And again, it's concerning Canelo Alvarez, or should I say, it's concerning Canelo Alvarez fanboys, I should say. Particularly a certain race of fanboys that comes to my channel and other channels and be very disrespectful and some quite racist. Now, on my last video I just did about Canelo, I'm gonna go ahead and say these Mexican fans that came to my page, they wasn't being racist, but they were being very disrespectful. And instead of talking about what I said in the video, they immediately start hurling insults. So there was somebody, and I'm gonna go ahead and say your name, Rodriguez A. You just left a comment saying that I'm making stories up. You probably a troll. I know you've been on YouTube for a while, but you probably a troll, or you're probably just a casual that's just now getting into boxing and don't know everything. I challenge you to tell me what I made up. I need you to go do some research and then come back to me and tell me what I made up. Because Jermell Charlo, when they were all at 154 pounds, he was calling Canelo out. In fact, he was signed with Golden Boy. Canelo didn't want to fight him, and Golden Boy lied to Jermell about fighting Canelo, which is one of the reasons why Jermell left Golden Boy. Jermall Charlo, Jermell's brother, when he moved up to 160, he became the WBC interim champion and mandatory to Triple G. And why was it Triple G? Because remember the born ready? I was born ready. Yeah. Canelo won the WBC middleweight title from Miguel Cotto, which I think, to me, Miguel won that fight, but it's neither here nor there. Canelo got the win. But he went ahead and made his first defense against Amir Khan. And then he wanted to fight Triple G at a catch weight of 155 pounds for the middleweight title. Triple G wasn't going for that. So what did Canelo do? He vacated the WBC title, saying that he wouldn't be forced into a fight with, with Triple G. Hence why Triple G got the belt. Charlo moved up, became the mandatory. But I thought you was born ready. Then after the second fight with Triple G and Canelo, Canelo regained the WBC title, which made Jermall Charlo now his mandatory. And what did Canelo do? Canelo offered up his belt for a franchise status, so he didn't have to fight his mandatory in Jermall Charlo. And Mauricio Suleiman gave the WBC title to Jermall Charlo, elevating Canelo to the franchise status. Now stop me when I made something up. Now let's go back to Demetrius Andrade before I finish up the little middleweight section. When it comes to Demetrius Andrade, when he was the WBO champion at 154 pounds, mind you, Canelo lost to Floyd. So he wasn't WBC champion no more. It was either WBC or WBA. I believe it was the WBC title, but he lost that, and that went to Floyd because, you know, Floyd beat him in 2013. Well, later on down the line, Demetrius Andrade was trying to fight Canelo. And it's kind of rare that a champion calling out a challenger, but that's what happened. Canelo didn't want to fight. What did he do? Yeah. He moved up and fought Miguel Cotto. And once again, his first title defense, he defeated Amir Khan, who had to move up 2 weight classes. And the funny thing about that is all them rehydration clauses Canelo liked to put on fighters. Amir Khan asked for the same thing to be put on Canelo, and Canelo wasn't going for it. He didn't want that put on him like he put on other fighters. But Amir Khan still went on with the fight. Was doing quite well until he got the big head of himself and thought that he can trade with Canelo and wind up getting knocked out. Stop me when I made up something. We good? All right, let me continue. So, in that time, because of a situation involving Demetrius Andrade, Jamel Charlo, and Rock Nation, which Andrade brought on himself, his career kind of stagnated and he was inactive. So the WBO stripped him of his title and let Liam Smith fight for it. So after Canelo beat Miguel Cotto for the middleweight title and then defended his middleweight title against Amir Khan, he gives up that title because he didn't want to be forced to fight Triple G, and he moves back down to 154 to beat Liam Smith for the WBO title that he refused to fight Andrade for when Andrade had the title. Stop me again when I'm making something up. Let's go back to middleweight. Let's talk about the IBF title that was stripped from Canelo. When Golovkin had that title, he basically gave that title up so he didn't have to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko. Skip to years later, Canelo has the title. He was going to give it up, but then they started talking about how they were in talks with Sergey to try to make up a fight, but that fell through and they wind up stripping, which I think is bullshit. He didn't want to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko. So that belt was given up so he could avoid, you guessed it, Sergey Derevyanchenko. So it's not just Jamel, and Demetrius Andrade he's ducked. He's also ducked Sergey Derevyanchenko too. Stop me when I'm making something up. Also, he said he wanted to be the first Mexican to be undisputed at the middleweight division. He was one belt away. But that all went to hell when he refused to fight Jamel and asked to be franchised, and then giving up the belt so he didn't have to fight Devin Trinko. He could have fought Demetrius Andrade. Nope. Moved up to fight Rocky Fielding. Could have fought Andrade again. How much did he make for that Kovalev fight? Was it 32 or 34 million? 35? Demetrius Andrade and Matchroom Boxing offered him 40 million to fight Andrade, but he turned that down to take less pay to fight a 36-year-old Sergey Kovalev, who wasn't exactly the crusher anymore, who basically admitted to selling his belt for 12 million. Stop me when I'm making something up. So you see Rodriguez A? I'm not making anything up. You just refuse to accept fact because it doesn't paint your boyfriend in a very nice light or picture, however you want to say it. It doesn't make him look good. So before you go to people's channels talking about they're making up stories, I'm gonna need your ass to do some research. I mean, it's easy to do research. And if you got a computer, you can do it from there. I'm pretty sure you commented on my channel from your phone, so you're around Wi-Fi, so it's easy to Google that shit on your phone. Like I said, this is the boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP, and I had to make this video because I'm seeing my last video I made about Canelo got a lot of these Canelo fans triggered. And the truth hurts. And it's like my people always used to say, people will believe a lie before they ever believe the truth. And that's you Canelo fans. Y'all believe a lie before y'all would ever believe the truth. I'm out.